I'm Emma Mattison, Functional Aging Specialist and NASM-Certified Trainer and Nutrition Coach, here to give you answers. Question number 1 about online training. Is the online program going to be safe for me? A big concern that I hear is, am I going to be doing any exercises that cause any joint-related pain? Or am I going to do any exercises that make my problems worse? No, if you have a good trainer. If you have a good trainer that is thorough, that is asking you questions about what you're experiencing, your health conditions, and what you feel for the exercises, even if it is completely online, is extremely important. And that can prevent you from doing exercises that may otherwise exacerbate current conditions. So when it boils down to it, if you have significant health concerns, you should make sure that your personal training program, or rather your training program, is more one-on-one, whether it's online or in person. So my ultimate conclusion on online personal training for safety and injury prevention, thumbs up as long as you do your research on who you will be working with. Question number 2, effectiveness. Will I really see results even at my age? Yes. The answer is yes. If you have a progressive training program that is suitable for your starting point. You never, ever, ever should join an online program or an in-person program where you're just being thrown into a random level without further assessments or prior assessments. This means that the trainer or trainers should be identifying your starting point for your balance, your cardiovascular fitness level, your strength, as well as any muscle imbalances that you may have. There are a number of factors as well that range from neurological to cognitive that could be something worth considering testing as well, but it really depends on the thoroughness of the trainer that you're considering working with. If that trainer takes you through the appropriate assessments and identifies your correct starting point and creates a program that is progressive enough for your body, but not so progressive that you cause overtraining or overuse injuries, then yes, 100% you will be able to see results even at your age. Question number 3, adaptability. Is an online training program adaptable to my needs? The answer is, it depends on the program. Most of the time, canned programs are obviously not going to be the most adaptable and are probably not going to be the best choice, especially if you're present with certain health conditions or if you're concerned about specific exercises. One-on-one training is going to be a better option, and online personal training is no different. I can speak on behalf of my own online training whenever I have any feedback from a client that an exercise is not sitting well with their body or they're not sure about how it's reacting to their joints, for example, I immediately make changes. You want someone to be able to be adaptable, and that's not a catch-all online personal training is bad because thing. It is dependent upon the trainer. So you really do want to talk with your trainer, ask them if they will modify your workouts as needed, and make sure that what you are getting into is actually custom. Next up are the health benefits. What are the health benefits for online training for someone my age? The training benefits of online training are the same as any type of exercise protocols. For example, cardiovascular fitness can assist in not only stroke recovery, but it's also been found to improve weight loss, weight maintenance, and a number of factors including rates of anxiety, depressive episodes, and your mood. Cardiovascular fitness as well, of course, can assist with one of the leading causes of death, heart disease. And that's just cardio. There's also strength training. Strength training has been found to also improve elements such as bone density, which, as you may guess, can improve and reduce the rates of osteopenia or bone density loss, and can also assist in preventing osteoporosis. Strength training, in addition to balance training, coupled together can help reduce the risk of falls and injuries. Falls are one of the global leading causes of death for our elderly population, and that's one of the reasons why you should consider incorporating strength and balance as part of your training program. Online training is no different as long as you have a trainer that will provide you with the right protocols for your body. And the list could go on and on and on when it comes to incorporating exercises such as flexibility training, mobility training, cognitive training, as well as part of your specific training protocols. So the answer is yes, online personal training can provide you with a number of health benefits. You just need to make sure that you're with the right trainer that can progress you appropriately. Next up is nutritional guidance. Can online training incorporate nutrition? Well, that depends on who you work with. It's important to ask that they have the right qualifications to help you out with nutrition, such as a certified nutrition coach. These coaches can help guide you through proper eating suggestions and healthy dietary pattern suggestions. Given metabolism changes as you age, it is really important to work with someone who understands the aging process, particularly if you happen to be a menopausal woman or perimenopausal. It can be very beneficial to work with someone who understands the nutrition requirements for that specific demographic. But the bottom line is, yes, online training can and probably should include nutritional guidance as well, although it may be a separate additional service. I say this often to my clients. Health is about 15% exercise and the rest nutrition. You can most certainly eat your way through all the hard work that you have put in for exercise. Next up is the time commitment. This is a big question. How much time per day do I need to be doing this for? Well, I hate to break it to you, but it does take a certain degree of time commitment for yourself. Although, for mature older adults, frequency is more important. Studies have shown that more frequent sessions throughout the week can be more helpful than cramming it all into 2 sessions a week only. So what does this mean? You could be doing 15-minute sessions a day, varying the focus for that specific workout. For example, 2 times a week, we might be focusing primarily on balance. 2 times a week, we may be focusing on strength, and the rest of the time, we may have an active rest day. This is just a brief example of how this could be broken down. So yes, there is a time commitment for yourself, but you should be working with an online personal trainer or with any personal trainer who is willing to adapt and work with your schedule, but also that will give you the frequency that you actually need to induce the adaptations and not sell you short on the changes that you could have. Last up, technology requirements. What technology do I need to participate? This depends on what type of online training you are signing up for. Some online training programs require Zoom. Some online training programs require other platforms. I can speak on behalf of myself. All that you really require is a smartphone. That's pretty much it. And even then, you can use a smartphone, a tablet, or desktop. You don't even need to have a smartphone, although it is helpful. I personally don't use Zoom just because I know that a lot of clients have a really stressful time trying to find the time to schedule meetings, and things come up, and that usually leads to the decreased adherence. So that's why I don't personally use Zoom, but other personal trainers do use Zoom. As for equipment, it does depend on the training program as well. I don't require any equipment, but I do make my suggestions. The biggest suggestion is at least to have elastic resistance bands or tubing. This is a great starting point. But ultimately, remember, if you do have access to equipment, it is an investment in yourself, and I do recommend clients to get their own equipment eventually, even if it's just a very low-cost dumbbell set or tubing and resistance bands, something that you can have in your home, because it makes it more of a habit rather than having to go somewhere and complete the task, like a gym. Although I will encourage, it's completely fine if you do end up having a gym membership. The great thing about online programs is oftentimes we can utilize the equipment in the gyms for your programs. It's all possible no matter your age. If you're interested, click the link in the description. You should be able to sign up for a 15-minute call with me if you're interested in discussing training with me specifically. Otherwise, enjoy your search for an online trainer, and I do wish you the best.